What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So apparently we are living in a chopped man epidemic, right? We are living in a chopped man epidemic, and you know, some women are they have an issue with that. But before I proceed, let's watch this video, and my comment will come right after. Let's go.
So, as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him and he smiled back at me. And obviously, he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my God, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17 and I'm still like, "Oh my god." And I feel like this is going to power me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously.
But the reason I want to speak on this is because it speaks to a broader issue that I have noticed. You see, a lot of women overestimate themselves. This particular video, in my opinion, is rage bait, but it's valid because a lot of very average women think like her. You understand? A lot of average women think like her. It's not new. Okay, what she's saying and what she's doing is not exceptional. But the thing I want to speak about here is why. Why do so many average looking women, even sometimes below average? I think she's a cute girl. Now, she's a cute looking girl to me. Is she going to win a modeling contract because of her drop dead gorgeousness? Probably not. I am not going to win a modeling contract because of how drop dead gorgeous I am, right? But I know my level. But the question is, why does she think that there's a lot of chopped men out there? It's because a lot of men, this is something men need to understand and take accountability for. A lot of men have hyped women up so much that average women now think that they are all that. That is simply all it is. A lot of men have hyped up women, from unattractive women to average women to incredibly attractive women. We've placed them on such high pedestals to the point that now they think that they are above their own looks level. This is the truth. That is why you will see women that are, basic looking, look down on men that are on the same looks level as they are because they receive so much free attention and free validation from men. This is something that us men need to take accountability for. Now, this is a rage bait. She's rage baiting guys. That is a fact. You cannot tell me anything different, right? You can't tell me anything different. But if you look at the way women responded to her, a lot of women agreed with her because a lot of women have this same opinion. If you look at the statistics from dating apps, for example, a lot of women rated men as unattractive, despite the fact that most of these women that rated men unattractive, they were most likely on the same looks level as the men that they deemed unattractive. But that's just how it is. And I think as these women typically get older, then they realize that, oh shit, the standards that I have for myself, I am not even able to, the standards I have for men, I can't hit those standards. I can't get those guys. Because I always say this, if you are a woman and you say you're not going to drop your standards, if you have to say, I'm not going to drop my standards, it's because you cannot get the guys you want. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. If you have to talk about dropping your standards as a woman, it's because you cannot get the guys that you actually want. That's the truth, because the guys you want as a woman, other women are getting them. If you cannot get them, you're not who you think you are. Let's watch the video one more time, and then we're going to look at the comment section. But I also want to show different perspectives. People stitched the video went viral, right? Other people made comments. Some people agreed with her. Some people, went crazy on her. The comment section is a war zone. But let's listen to it one more time, okay?
So, as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him and he smiled back at me. And obviously he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my God, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17 and I'm still like, oh my God. And I feel like this is going to power me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously. So, as we're all very much aware, we are living through
And one thing she said is there's this idea that, seeing attractive guys are rare. No. Most of us are average looking, man. You understand? Most of us are average looking. Most of us are average looking. And that is perfectly fine. Because most of us are average. I mean, I don't know why a lot of women have an issue with accepting the fact that they look average or that they look below average. Like, you understand what I mean? I think men have a better grasp of reality in terms of where we stand. I am a very average guy. I don't like using the numbers to rank people, but I am probably a 5 or a 6. That's me. And I'm happy with it, But I can guarantee you a woman that's on my looks, because I think she's probably on my looks level. I think she's on my looks level. She's a cute girl. She's probably a 5 or a 6. I hate using those numbers, but I have to use something so that we can relate to it, right? She's a cute girl, but is she gonna be drop dead gorgeous, winning a modeling contract? No, and that's okay. And that's okay, But this is something that I have seen many times of women always wanting to put down men, talking about there's a chopped man epidemic. And mind you, anytime women are comparing their looks to men, oftentimes they, as a woman, they have makeup on, right? They've got makeup on, they've got they've got their hair done, they've got heels, what I'm trying to say is it's not a fair comparison. You understand? After this set, I'm going to show you guys another trend of what I'm actually talking about so that you can see for yourself. My point is, anytime women are comparing themselves to men, it's not on the same level. They're not comparing properly because women, they typically compare themselves when they are already done up, when they've got makeup on, they've got extensions on, they've got the right dress on, they're enhanced. So is that really a fair comparison? I think not. I don't think so. Because as men, what do we have as our makeup as men? Not much, buddy. Get a haircut, be in shape, wash your face. That's it. That's all we got. That's all we got as men. And if you're tall or not, and that's out of our hands. I'm 5'8". You understand? So we are limited. We are very limited as men. So it's not really a fair comparison. I mean, I don't know much about makeup, but I can tell you I can guarantee you before she made this video, she had already done some things to her face. She has done a little bit of things to her hair. Probably this is not the first take. She has probably done this video many times until she settled on this video and then posted it to make sure she looked good before she posted it. You know what I mean? And this is something that I think is very important for us to keep in mind. Very, very important. But let's have a look at the comment section under this video. And then we are also going to look at the comments other people dropped. And then we can take it from there, yeah? So, oh my goodness, man. The comment section went off. So somebody said, Ibrahim says, she looks like a male native Indian. Damn, Ibrahim. Jeff the Diddler says, Yao Ming, chill out. Sheesh. And Lily clearly agrees with her, says a quick collage of the angry chopped men in the comment section. And you see, this is what I personally do not like because it's feeding into the gender war. There's an ongoing gender war online at least, and it's not helping anybody because you're pitting men and women against each other, and at the end of the day, who benefits from this, right? Who benefits from this? Nobody. Because on one end, you have women that hate men. On one hand, you have men that hate women. What's the point of all this? Right? And Jassy Kirkland says, this comment section is disgusting. They foam at the mouth of the thought of bringing a woman down. Mind you, have these B words, probably don't know how to please a woman mentally. So you see, Jassy Kirkland agrees with the original content creator here. She's talking about how men bring down women, right? But she completely ignored the original video where this lady, I believe her name is Stephanie, Stella, her name is Stella, right? Where Stella was literally talking down on men. Some women have this, is it cognitive dissonance? Merged the two of men standing up for themselves and women pushing men down. It's like they have this difficulty to relate to it. You know, she's literally saying, oh, look at the men putting women down. She put men down. She started this. Danny says they are mad at you because you're right, by the way. It's always the average looking women. She's an average looking woman. Stella is average looking. Danny is average looking. But Danny agrees with Stella because men have hyped them up so much that they now think that they are above what they really are. That is why for me, whenever I see men complain about dating and how women these days think that they are better than they are, I blame men. It's your fault. I blame men because as a man, I know how thirsty us men can be. I know how thirsty us men can be. We are some of the most desperate men out there. Right? We are so incredibly desperate. We will hype women up. We will put women on a pedestal. We will give women the keys to the kingdom just to smell her hair. It's what we do. It's what us men do. It's what us men do. There is no chopped man epidemic. It's just average women saying average man, but average woman thinks she's above average man because of the easy validation and attention she gets from saying average man. And when you look at the dating dynamics in general, women typically want the same type of men. They want the same type of men. You understand? So she's usually comparing you. Somebody says I got a chat. You know, so she's usually comparing you to the guys that she likes. Because that's something a lot of men need to understand. Whenever women like this, like Stella, when they make videos about chopped men, she's looking at the men she likes. She's looking at the men she wants, which is typically guys that are way above her league. But the thing is, a lot of average women, they can still get sex. They can still get sex from the men that are above their leagues. It's a very interesting thing. And that's why I like doing these live streams, so that I can really explain ideas as they come into my mind and as we watch it together, you know. Because when I'm making videos that I just post, I don't have the time to really get into my points, you know. And hopefully my live stream viewers can go bigger, and I can, you know, we can build it moving forward. But that's the thing that we need to understand. An average woman can get sex from men above her league. Now, will they date her? Maybe. Will they date her? Maybe, but they will definitely sleep with her. So, for example, a lady like Stella now, she's an average looking woman, that's for sure. I know that because I'm an average looking man. But Stella, despite the fact that she's very average looking, and by the way, looking average is not a bad thing. Most of us are average, but the advantage Stella has over an average looking guy as well is that she can still get sex from guys that are above her league. Stella can still get sex from a multimillionaire. Stella can get sex from a guy who's a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. Stella can still get married to a multimillionaire, a guy who's 6'6". She can get him. She can get sex from him. She could even get him to date her. She could even get married. But oftentimes, because she can get attention, be it mostly sexual attention from guys that are above her league, it typically inflates the ego of women like Stella. But if you flip the script now to a guy who is average looking as well, like Stella, he cannot usually get a woman that is above his league. Usually cannot, unless he brings something to the table. Either he gets rich, he gets famous, he gets power. You see what I mean? So you see, because of how easy it is, women like Stella think they are above what they really are. I hope that makes sense. So that's why women like Stella will say, oh, there's a lot of chopped man epidemic. Who knows? Maybe the guys in Stella's DMs right now are ballers. You know, they could be ballers. And people like Danny, who's agreeing with Stella, same thing with her. I'm pretty sure if we look at the DMs of Stella and we look at the DMs of Danny and we look at the DMs of Jazzy and we look at the DMs of Lily, there are guys that are in there that are below their leagues and also above their leagues. Look at dating apps, right? Look at dating apps. Women receive an overwhelming likes and attention on dating apps because of how easy men are. A man that is above a woman's league will still talk to her. Will still have sex with her. That is why a lot of women might think, oh, I am way above this average man's looks because of the attention I'm getting. It's a dynamic thing. If that makes any sense. It's a thing that we must understand and we cannot neglect. It is crucial to know this, okay? So let's keep looking at the comment section. Louis says, ignore the positive comments. Cashburn says, always the twos. And look, to some guys, Stella might be below average. And fair enough, because if you are going to come online, Stella, and you're going to attack men, yes, you better be ready for the comment section, bruv. Because they have every right to come at you, because you came at them. And you cannot tell men to mind their business when you put it public. It's like when people come online and say, oh, mind your business. No, we cannot mind our business. You put it online. Do we got chat? I'm good. I'm good for Felice. Thank you. But I hope that makes sense. You know? I know she's crying reading the comments. Rage bait. She's rage bait. Yeah, it's a rage bait. It's clearly a rage bait, but it's a rage bait that speaks to the reality. You know? This is a 10 in San Francisco, by the way. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Stella, because of the attention she gets, this audacity is coming from somewhere. That's it. That's it. That's what I say to people. Anytime you see women make this kind of post about chopped man epidemic, it's because audacity, this audacity is coming from somewhere. Whenever you see women who are average looking as well, always talking down on average men, it's because enough men that are below average, men that are average, and men that are above average have hyped them up, either by words of affirmation, attention, sex, giving them money. I don't think enough men understand how desperate we are. I don't think enough men appreciate how thirsty we are. Men are so goddamn thirsty, it will shock you. Men are so thirsty, it will shock you. That is why anytime I see men talking about, you're a single mother, you're a this, I don't believe you. Because the same men that are saying all these things will be the same guys in Stella's DM, DMing her, inviting her for dates, giving her money, hyping her up. It's men. It's men. It's all men. So don't feel bad about it when you see women like Stella coming online to make this kind of videos, and women like Danny and who else hyping her up. Like Torch says, Stella is a 10 in San Francisco because the tech bros, the nerds, the awkward guys, the socially awkward guys who have money are in our DMs, man. They are in her DMs on Instagram, on online date. They are in her DMs. It comes from somewhere. Audacity comes from somewhere. That is one thing a lot of men need to understand. Audacity comes from somewhere. Let's look at maybe 3 to 4 more comments. Midwest says always the force. Cherry agrees with her. She says, no, all of them are chopped. Bean says the call is coming from inside the house, gang. You guys know that even if she were a 5 girl, she is still right to say you 3s are chopped, right? A big shortage of baddies. And mind you, the women that are typically agreeing with her calling men chopped, whenever they say these things, they are saying it from a position of, they're all done up, you know? They've got makeup on, they've got the right dress on, they've got the right things on. If that makes any sense. They are not comparing their looks from the right perspective. It's always when they're all done up, when they've got the makeup on, they've got the dress on, they've got the filters on. Now they want to compare their looks to men. It's not a fair comparison. But anyway, let's... But I don't get it. Dayanara, I'm so sorry about these comments, girl. She started it, man. What? Anyway, let's look at what people have to say about her. Because the video went viral. It went stupid viral. Let's see it.
So on the Chopped Man Epidemic, I wanted to articulate some of my thoughts because I found myself rambling in the comment section of well-meaning individuals, when I think my issue actually stems from a deeper problem I have with TikTok itself. Personally, I don't think we live in a Chopped Man Epidemic, and I don't even know how you could prove that beyond the hearsay of like random people online. My random person anecdote is that most men, like most women, look pretty normal, just like they always have. Beyond that, I think that in and of the statement itself of the Chopped Man Epidemic is a statement devoid of nuance, devoid of empathy for the human sensibilities of men. Believe it or not, they do have human aspects to them. And the statement itself is also really devoid in substance. Conventional attractiveness is arguably one of the least circumstantial aspects of a strong romantic relationship, or at least we hope so, right? So I don't know why we're blaming the struggles of male loneliness on being chopped, quote unquote, when we can certainly attest to average looking folks in happy unions, right? And this video in particular, the one I'm making, isn't to justify the horrid things being said to Stella, I think, the woman who made that original Chopped Man post. But I also found it fascinating that people, largely women, came to her defense by retorting that she's pretty, which is incredibly irrelevant. And on a side note, I hate when we try to assess...
And by the way, I agree with everything she's saying, by the way. But I'm going to say this to women. Anytime, as a woman, you make a video and the immediate feedback you're getting from other women is, oh my God, you're so pretty though, or I love your confidence. They're implying that they kind of think you're chopped too, by the way.
Test the validity of a person's claim by how much of a baddie the speaker happens to be. Moreover, some argue that the Chopped Man Epidemic is a kind of personal failing on men's part. And I think that's something of a straw man, and that there are plenty of so-called chopped men and women who can't help how they're treated by society. By consistently associating appearance with virtue and good lifestyle, we indirectly fuel the systems that hurt women. Because if you think about it, the goal of feminism itself is to escape the unfair standards of attractiveness assigned to both sexes, disproportionately women, but also men. Not to mention the Eurocentric implications of what much of society deems chopped or not. I also want to stress that none of this thoughtful nuance that I'm hearing was presented in the original girl's video. The original poster goes, "We live in a chopped man epidemic," and I get excited on the very rare occasion that I see a hot man now. And yet, women are still siding with Stella as if they share her opinions, when in reality, they've extrapolated their own interpretation through a positive lens, likely shaped by preconceived internal prejudice against men. And while I can certainly sympathize somewhat with feeling divorced from men's perspectives due to personal hostilities, so-called man hatred, I don't understand why it's so hard to grasp that if someone says something oddly blunt and needlessly inflammatory, you shouldn't run defense for them by filling in the gaps with good intentions and your own generous interpretation. If I were to say we live in a chopped woman epidemic, I think it would be fair for people to get upset with me. I don't know why anyone would defend me by saying, oh, well, you know.
Yeah, we got the gist.
The craziest thing about the war going on against the Chopped Man Epidemic girl is that she's actually quite beautiful. Hello?
See, Notice the disingenuity of what she just said. Listen.
The craziest thing about the war going on against the Chopped Man Epidemic girl is that she's actually quite beautiful. Hello?
Why are you starting off with how beautiful she is? It's not even about her beauty. She's saying the chopped man epidemic, that men are chopped. So the fact that you as a woman, you're starting off with, oh, she's quite beautiful though. What that tells me is that even you think she's not as attractive because it's like you're trying to you're trying to spread insurance, you know?
She's actually quite beautiful. Like, actually, dare I say, more than conventionally attractive. But you guys are brain-rotted gooner freaks. I'm proving her point. You're proving her point. All you guys do is goon. You goon to weird-looking alien plastic surgery, messed-up-looking porn stars on Twitter, or freaky little anime characters that look like they're 5 years old. But actually, if my sister was reincarnated as a slime, the character is 14,000 years old, so technically she's over 18.
Even this girl, she's an average-looking girl, but I can guarantee you she doesn't think she's average. And you know why I know with confidence that she doesn't think she's average? Because you guys are in her fucking DMs.
You guys are fucking weird. Normal human women don't have lips so big they look like they could explode if you chewed too hard, and a nose so small that you can't even breathe. Okay? Sorry, you guys are just weird gooner freaks and you don't know how to get off to a normal looking woman because you're so used to weird shit on the internet. And you don't have any hobbies. And the craziest thing is women's standards are a lot lower than you think. All you have to do is maybe go to the gym a little bit, take a shower, and have a nice haircut. And guess what?
I kind of agree with her there. A lot of men overcomplicate what women actually want. But again, in the next set, you're gonna see what I'm actually talking about. Anyway.
There are cures to male baldness. There are so many cures to male baldness. You don't have an excuse. Get some rosemary oil, get a...
Yeah, just like we also have cures to women getting fat. Oh, that's not allowed? That's not allowed? Oh, my bad.
Massager and get on Rogaine. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, they're hating us for things we can't control. Yeah, you can control male baldness. You can control your beer belly. And you can control your off-putting, strange personality that you have because you don't have hobbies.
Jesus Christ.
So figure it
somebody's excited.
out. And I bet you guys are going to come in my comments and be like, well, you're chopped too. I'm not.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you guys that even she doesn't believe she's chopped. She's an average looking woman. She doesn't think she's average. She doesn't think she's average. She does not think she's average, boys and ladies, because guess what? She has been hyped up so much that she doesn't believe she's average. She would never go with a guy that's on a looks match. Let's hear that again.
Comments and be like, well, you're chopped too. I'm not. I'm very hot, baby. And you...
What did I tell you? She doesn't think she's chopped because of you guys, because of the attention she's gotten. That's the thing. She's a cute girl. She's average. But that's the thing. This is something that a lot of women face and struggle to this only a lot of women struggle to marry together, if that makes any sense. Like this idea that I am hotter than I am because of what I get. And I don't blame her. I really don't blame her because look, man, she has gotten a lot of attention from men, from society, and that actually boosts her confidence. But the thing is, she's comparing the attention from the guys that are above her league, maybe guys that are really tall, really in shape, really fit, who have maybe slept with her or in her DMs, and that has really uplifted her ego. That is why when she sees a guy that's on her looks, that looks exactly like her, she wouldn't go for him because of the guys that she wants that are above her league. But maybe she cannot get them, you know? She's an average looking girl, but she just said, oh, I'm very hot.
You don't have to tell me I'm ugly because I know I'm not. Okay? You guys are fucking weird. Freak.
We are in a chopped man epidemic. Men these days are so chopped. Show me your pics from 3 years ago. Show me what color your foundation was 3 years ago. You have not had a glow up. Men are not less than you. You are marginally less orange. You are slightly.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of, and he's right. He's right. A lot of the women that are saying these things, it's only fair for them to do these videos when they just got out of bed. You cannot come online and say, oh, there's a Chopped Man epidemic, and you've had the time to, prep up yourself and then say, oh, men are chopped. It's only fair for us to see you without the makeup, without the filters, just coming out of bed. Maybe you've washed your face, brushed your teeth, and that's it. Let's see it. Because I have seen women with and without makeup, and I can guarantee you it's night and day. Holy fuck! And there's nothing wrong with makeup. I don't care. But my point is, if you're going to come making statements, especially statements calling men chopped, by all means, you better look the part. You better look the part. You better look the part. Yeah?
Less orange than you were 3 years ago. Pipe down, goddess. Pipe down, diva. But women today look exactly as they did in 2008. Women have not changed. The Freud standard has been constant over time, like the price of eggs, and that's fine. And that's a good thing. Men in 2008 just existed. They wafted through life on autopilot, never going to the gym, never doing skincare, literally just living on NPC mode, and they were fine. That is demonstrably not the case today. Not the case today. Men today, in contrast, have to treat their bodies like it's Dexter's laboratory. They have to do Patrick Bateman-esque psychotic skincare routines, 2-bag a 2 out of 10, and you're complaining that they have not improved enough. You are 2% less orange.
As a scientist studying the Chopped Man epidemic, I'm here.
Notice, she's had the time. This is rage bait. Notice she's had the time to, clean up her face, put some makeup on, do the hair, and now she's gonna talk about how chopped we are.
To give you guys some tips on how to slow the spread. And recently, it's come to my attention that I'm in fact a Chopped Man.
She's rage baiting, but let's go on.
The Chopped Man epidemic. So thank you very much for the diagnosis in my comments. And today I'm going to be applying these tips to myself to show you how we can decrease the number of cases and slow the spread. Let's go.
Here we have our Chopped Man patient, and as you can see, he's not looking too great. One main symptom of this epidemic is putting no effort into style. It's 2025, you cannot be wearing free t-shirts and basketball shorts anymore. No.
But I mean, I do like what she's doing. She's giving. Are there some guys that need to take care of themselves? Absolutely. And I think she's rage baiting, but I think this video is actually providing some value from a woman's standpoint. It is very important for us men to also have an open mind where we actually listen, because I think she's giving value. And we might actually end up agreeing here.
Let's find an outfit that fits and shows off a bit of your personality. The Chopped Man has changed, and wow, see how putting on a simple, flattering outfit has elevated his look? In addition to bad outfits, another symptom of the Chopped Man epidemic is unkept hair. So this Chopped Man is taking down his hair and brushing it out to make sure it's flattering for his face shape. Simply spending a couple minutes on your hair every morning can really fight this epidemic. An often overlooked symptom of the Chopped Man epidemic is bad posture, often caused by too much time on the internet. You want to roll your shoulders back, tuck your pelvis under, and stand up straight. Don't slouch and you'll look 10 times more confident.
So I think I get what she's trying to say. But also, women need to understand something on this Chopped Man epidemic. You're a woman. You're a woman. That is why for me, sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like taking dating advice from women as a man is like, I don't know if it's something I'd recommend. I don't know if it's something I'd recommend. Sir Calvin in the goddamn building. What's up, Sir Calvin? Chopped Man simply is ugly. You know, this lady made a video. Her name is Stella. She implied that men are ugly. That's it. Chopped is a TikTok term called ugly. And I'm just making a video trying to put things into perspective, man. Like, because I don't know how long you've been here, Sir Calvin, but the thing is, I'm just saying in summary that a lot of women, they call men chopped. Meanwhile, they ignore the fact that women have a lot more options to beautify themselves than us men. Because as men, what do we have, right? Get a haircut, go to the gym, wash your face, put on clothes. That's pretty much it, you know. But in this video, she's kind of redeeming herself in a way, in the sense of she's actually giving good advice, in my opinion, of how men can improve themselves. And I think I agree. But she's definitely an average-looking woman. She's not ugly, but she's definitely not who she thinks she is. And the reason I say she's not who she thinks she is because she ignores the fact that, number one, she's a woman. You're a woman. You will get attention from men. You're going to get attention from all types of men, from rich men, broke men, tall men, short men, mostly sexual attention. And oftentimes, women confuse this as, oh, I'm actually very hot. You could be, but you're a woman. So you have to put that into perspective. In addition to that, as a woman, you have so much opportunities to beautify yourself. You know, notice even in the initial video, she had done up herself. I'm pretty sure she took multiple takes of that video. You know what I mean? But she's rage baiting in general. She's rage baiting.
The Chopped Man is putting in some accessories to finalize his fight against this epidemic. The Chopped Man epidemic isn't unstoppable. All we need is a little bit of effort into our appearances, and we can slow the spread. Stay vigilant and do your...
Yeah. I mean, look, she redeemed herself, and I kind of agree with her, but it's just, yeah, madam, come on. And it's something that I've seen. A lot of women overestimate themselves when it comes to dating, right? But let's see if there's another response.
I'm in the war on the side of the Chopped Man Epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly. You don't put... I'm in the war on the side of the Chopped Man Epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly. You don't put effort into your appearances. You don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you. And you're going to screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her feel ugly, when in reality, you would cry of happiness if me or her or any of the women in her comment section touched you with a 10-foot pole. Why? Because you're a virgin. And let me make one thing clear. I'm not saying this applies to every single person who might disagree that there's a Chopped Man epidemic. All I'm saying is, men didn't used to have to put that much effort into having an actual personality because they had a bank account. And until the 1980s, women couldn't own those. We couldn't even own our own businesses until the 90s. So you have to put more effort into being an actually cool person in order for people to want to spend time with you. Going and calling...
I mean, I agree with her. I do agree with her. I do believe that as a man, you do need to put effort. Things have changed. So as a man, you cannot just exist and say, oh, yes, I am who I am, and that's it. No, you actually do have to put effort. I do agree with her. I absolutely do agree with her. What I do disagree is she's also speaking from a position of, I'm hotter than I am. No, you're not.
I'm in the war on the side of the Chopped Man Epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly. You don't...
Yeah, but that's it. But that's it. That's that. I think we have enough context of this Chopped Man epidemic. But another trend I want to show you guys is this trend that I've been seeing about the Man of the Year trend. And the reason I want to show you guys this trend and what I want to speak about is how kind of easy dating is for men in a way. The trend was where women were using this trend to kind of embarrass the man, right? But I want to use this to actually show men how easy dating is for men if and only if you put in the effort. Let's roll into it. I think it's called Man of the Year. I think it's this.
Let's hear it for the Man of the Year.
No. It's not Man of the Year. I think it's called Me versus the Man that Me versus the Boys That Traumatized Me. think we got a text from Sir Calvin. Let's show it on the stream. Sir Calvin says, women have an overinflated opinion of themselves in general, and it's perpetuated by their gaslighting friends who massage their ego by telling them, they are hotter than they are. Absolutely, Sir Calvin. I agree with you, and I think you said it perfectly. Women have an overinflated sense of self. A lot of women think that they are hotter than they are, right? A lot of women think they are hotter than they are. And it's because of how society has put them on a pedestal. And I say this all the time. I say this all the time to women. I say that, whenever you see women being audacious, it's because this audacity comes from somewhere. And this audacity typically comes from other men who are desperate enough to put them on a pedestal, right? That's where this audacity comes from. That's just it. That's just all. That's just all it is. Even in this trend I'm about to show you guys, you're going to see a lot of these women, the guy in question is their looks match, is their looks level. He's on your level. He's on your level, right? He's on your level. But because of the hype they get, because of the pedestalization, they automatically think they're better than the guy, Me and the man that traumatized me. Now, notice, this is her, right? She's got the makeup on, she's got the dress on, she's done up, right? She's done up, right? Now, I want you to tell me, is this a fair comparison? This is her, makeup on, dressed up, looking good. This is the guy. This is the guy. Looking completely dysfunctional, looking in a weird position. And mind you, these women do these things completely ignoring the fact that they are also making themselves look bad. They're also making themselves look bad. Right? They're also making themselves look bad. You chose this guy. You cannot deal with this guy, date him, have sex with him, kiss him, compliment him, and now come online and say, oh, this is the guy, I cannot believe I dated this guy. Yes, I believe it. Because oftentimes, there is something you saw in the guy that you liked. Own it. So this is another one, right? Me and the boy who traumatized me. This is the confidence women get. Women hype themselves up, man. Women hype themselves up ruthlessly. Look! Oh, shit. Here's another one. Me and the boy who traumatized me. This is her, makeup on, and she already got the aesthetic on, right? This is her, again, makeup on, everything styled, right? This is the guy. Well, shit. They look the same. Me and the boy who traumatized me. Most of these women trying to talk down on the guy. You are literally on the same level as the guy. You are the same level, man. But women think they're hotter than they are, so they put themselves on this pedestal, and then they typically show the guy when he's looking a hot mess. He's on your level, madam. Her, him. Yeah, you're the same. You're on the same looks level. You're on the same looks level, and people in the comment section agree with me. Miss Queen, a woman, literally said honestly matched. You're all in the same league. I don't know why everybody's being mean. If she's out of his league, why did she date him? Because that's the thing a lot of women don't understand. These guys, you chose to date them. They are in your league. So don't try now after the fact. You want to play. Oh my God, I'm out of his league. No, but come on. I am all for self-confidence and the likes, but I do not like when people always like to talk down. And by the way, to the women posting these guys, did you get your permission to post their content? Did you get your permission to post their business out there? Oh, we have some comments from Sir Calvin. Sir Calvin, let's see what Sir Calvin has to say. He says, women here have a huge chip on their shoulders now because in the bars and clubs, the ratio is usually in their favor, like 40 to 1. Men to, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even on dating apps, Sir Calvin. That is why I said the average woman thinks she's above the average man strictly because of the attention she gets. And it makes sense. Sir Calvin. Because of how easy women get attention, a lot of them overestimate how actually attractive they are. And the average woman can get sex from an above average man. She can get attention from below average man. She could get married to an above average man. And she has access. Sexual access at least. And this really inflates her sense of self. If that makes any sense, right? If that makes any sense. Sir Calvin again says, the bang average woman is giving off the air and attitude that men should be. Oh, yeah. Again, Sir Calvin, fantastic point. And it goes back to what I said, right? It goes back to what I said. Because of the attention. Like most of these women, Sir Calvin, you would admit with me, you would agree, they are on the same looks match as the guy. You're on the same looks level. You guys are on the same looks level, man. Come on. And this is him in bad lighting without makeup. This is her with angle, lighting, filter. Come on. You're on the same looks level. Caesar says, I for real just covered my eyes when you showed him. Oh, please. It's a lie. And you see, that is something women also do to one another. A lot of women hype up one another so bad that they believe it. They start believing it. But on the other hand, on the flip side, this shows you how easy dating it should be for men. Right? This shows you how easy dating is for men. Because, and I've made this point before. I say, if you as a man, all you have to do is put yourself out there, take care of your physique, take care of your body, you will get a girl. That's how easy it is for dating. That's my opinion, at least, right? Again, you guys don't have to agree with me. That's just my opinion. Mind you, this is lighting, eyebrows already done, makeup. This is him. Looks, you're on the same looks. You're on the same looks level. Girl, you kiss this? Exactly, makeup versus no makeup. But you see how quickly women are going to attack a man for his looks. Sir Calvin in the building. I agree, bro. They are on the same level, but yeah, exactly. No, Sir Calvin, that's what I'm saying. They're on the same level. It's not a... That's what I'm saying, bro. These women are on the same looks level as the guys that they are talking down upon. And I've showed it many times. A lot of these women, it's not a fair comparison. You're comparing yourself with makeup, with filters, right angle of taking pictures, and you're comparing the guy just in a weird angle. He's doing something shady. This guy is a handsome guy. This guy is a good-looking guy. I can guarantee you that. He's a good-looking guy. You know, he's got the jawline. He's got a nice smile. He's a good-looking guy. And mind you, she probably was attracted to him because of his goofy personality. The same, the same reason why she's talking down on him is why she found him attractive in the first place. Mind you. So it's not a fair comparison. Absolutely not. You're on the same looks level. Lighting, makeup, hair done, something on your lips. You're on the same level, madam. And the comment section are telling her, like, somebody tell her, he looks fine though. He looks fine though. And Philip says, take your best photo and his unlucky photo. Even in his unlucky photo, he looks good. And somebody called her out on that. And she says, he looks great in that photo. He's looked worse in others. Baby girl, why he look old enough to be your dad? Because he was. But you dated him. But you dated him. And mind you, all these women talking down on the guy, they don't look better than the guy either. I'm just saying, I just think it's not a fair comparison when women do this, you know? But if men should do the same thing, oh my goodness, then it's an issue. You know? It's an issue. It's weird.